fans liked, everything was right there, but they went this way. And if they don't do it right, there is the possibility of contempt towards whoever that person is.
And today, we've got a story that's hitting us like a pile driver straight to the soul. You may have already heard, but insiders are reporting that Sami Zayn has suffered a severe spinal injury after his brutal match with Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber on March 1st, 2025. The aftermath of that match is nothing short of devastating, and we're here to break it down for you, wrestling fans, every step of the way. This isn't just another match recap. No, this is a gut-wrenching twist that has left us all stunned, heartbroken, and scrambling for answers. What went down in that match? What is Sami facing now? Rewind. The legacy of Sami Zayn. Before we even get to the horror show that was Elimination Chamber 2025, let's take a moment to reflect on the man, Sami Zayn, and why this injury hits so hard. If you've been following for any length of time, you already know Sami Zayn isn't just your average WWE superstar. No, this guy is a living legend. Born Rami Shibi in Quebec, Canada, Sami Zayn carved out a name for himself as El Generico in the indie circuit. He took the Ring of Honor and PWG by storm with his high-flying daredevil style, earning a reputation as one of the most exciting talents in the world. But WWE saw something special in him and snatched him up in 2013. Sami debuted in NXT, where he instantly became one of the top stars, putting on an instant classic with Cesaro that still goes down as one of the greatest matches in NXT history. Sami's underdog story began to take shape, and fans immediately gravitated toward him. He wasn't the biggest guy in the ring, but he was the most passionate, and that made him a fan favorite almost overnight. Triple H saw his potential, and by 2014, Sami Zayn was holding the NXT Championship. His main roster debut in 2015 was nothing short of epic, and in the years since, Sami has captured the Intercontinental Championship 3 times, won Tag Team Gold alongside Kevin Owens, and captured the hearts of fans with his loyalty to the fans themselves. His storyline with Roman Reigns as part of the Bloodline was a career-defining moment, and his role as the honorary Uce will go down in history as one of the most emotional storylines WWE has ever told. But in 2024, the tide started to turn. His feud with Kevin Owens picked up once again, this time with a more bitter and personal edge. Their matches were brutal, raw, and emotional, each one showcasing just how far both men were willing to go for their rivalry. But even more concerning, some fans began noticing Sami wasn't quite moving like he used to. Was it fatigue? An injury he was hiding? Whatever it was, things didn't feel right. Then came Elimination Chamber 2025, a match that would go from being one of the most anticipated of the night to one of the most heartbreaking moments in wrestling history. Elimination Chamber 2025. The match that shook us. All March 1st, 2025, in Toronto. The Elimination Chamber event was stacked, but no match had the emotional weight of Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. These two men had a history, years of friendship, betrayal, and a bond that was stronger than just business. The story was personal, and the fans felt every ounce of that drama. When the bell rang, it wasn't just another match. It was a war. The two former brothers went at it from the opening bell. Sami was coming out swinging, delivering forearms and high-flying offense. Owens fired back with his trademark power moves. The crowd was electric, chanting, "Fight forever," as the two legends battled it out in one of the most physical and emotional brawls of their careers. Sami nailed his hell of a kick, and KO responded with a stunner. The match was electric, and the entire arena was on fire. But things started to escalate quickly. First, Sami slammed KO into the Elimination Chamber pod cracking the glass. The crowd gasped. Then, Owens suplexed Sami onto the steel, sending shockwaves throughout the arena. Corey Graves on commentary screamed, "They're relentless!" And they were. Tables, barricades, steel. Everything was fair game, as both men pushed their bodies to the limit. But the most devastating moment came towards the end. Sami had Owens reeling, hitting a blue thunder bomb and almost getting the win. But KO wasn't done. He was furious. He grabbed Sami and hit him with a power bomb on the edge of the ring apron, an area that has claimed so many careers before. The first power bomb was brutal. Sami bounced off the edge, clutching his back. But Owens wasn't done. He hoisted Sami up again, delivering a second power bomb, and this time the impact was catastrophic. Sami's neck snapped back, crashing directly into the ring apron. The arena went dead silent. Sami lay motionless on the floor, his body limp. Owens staggered back, looking horrified, and the referee immediately signaled for help. The medics rushed to the ring, and the once vibrant crowd fell into a somber hush as Sami was placed in a neck brace and loaded onto a stretcher. Kevin Owens stood outside the ring, his hands in the air, trying to process what had just happened. The lights flickered, and an ambulance pulled into the arena, flashing its lights and sirens blaring. Fans began chanting, "Sami! Sami!" as the stretcher was wheeled out. The uncertainty was unbearable. The aftermath, Sami Zayn's spinal injury, and what's next. As the dust settled, Triple H made his way to the stage. His voice was low and filled with concern. He confirmed that Sami Zayn had suffered a severe spinal injury, specifically a fractured C5 vertebra, herniated discs, and possible nerve damage. This wasn't a scripted spot gone wrong. It was real, and it was terrifying. Insiders confirmed that Sami was immediately rushed to the hospital, where he underwent spinal surgery. The doctors had to perform a spinal fusion, but there were serious risks. The procedure was a success in some ways, but recovery would be long and uncertain. Some sources even leaked that Sami was fortunate not to be paralyzed. If there's one thing we know about Sami Zayn, it's that the man is a fighter. But even the toughest superstars have their limits, and the severity of this injury has left his future hanging in the balance. What's next for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens? With Sami's career now in question, what does the future hold for him and Kevin Owens? Kevin has already expressed his regret on social media, tweeting that he never intended for the injury to happen and referring to Sami as his brother. The WWE universe is divided, with some fans blaming Owens for the brutal powerbomb that led to the injury, while others believe it was simply a tragic accident. For Sami Zayn, recovery will be a long and arduous road. Experts are saying that his spine is fragile, and one slip could mean the end of his career. The idea of him returning to the ring could take a year, or maybe never. But the heart of Sami Zayn is undeniable, and we know the man is driven by his passion for wrestling. He's been the heart and soul of WWE for years, and fans are hoping for a miracle. WWE's creative team is scrambling to figure out the next steps, while some fans hope for a redemption arc at WrestleMania 2026, with Sami returning to face Kevin Owens in a climactic battle. There are real concerns about the risks involved. Could this be the end of Sami Zayn's career? Will he be forced to retire early? The uncertainty is palpable. The wrestling world responds. The world of professional wrestling is watching closely, and reactions are pouring in from everywhere. AEW fans are already speculating about Sami's future, and indie promotions are buzzing about whether he will ever return to the ring. Sami's legacy is already secure, but if this is the end of his in-ring career, It will leave a massive hole in the WWE universe. Meanwhile, WWE fans are holding on to hope, rallying behind their hero with hashtags like #Sammy Strong and #Pray for Sammy. There's a feeling that no matter what happens, Sammy will always be a part of WWE's fabric. But with so much uncertainty surrounding his health, we can only hope for the best. What's next for Kevin Owens? For Kevin Owens, this whole ordeal has been a devastating emotional journey. He's made it clear that he never intended to cause harm to his friend, but the guilt is clearly weighing on him. Fans are torn between blaming him for the accident and understanding that accidents like this can happen in the high-risk environment that is professional wrestling. Owens is a proven warrior in the ring, and his future is uncertain as well. Will he continue his career in WWE with Sami out of the picture? Or will he have to grapple with the emotional consequences of this event for years to come? Final thoughts. Sami Zayn's legacy. Sami Zayn has been one of the most beloved figures in WWE history. His passion, dedication, and loyalty to the fans have made him a true hero in the eyes of many. His journey has been a roller coaster of highs and lows, but this injury at Elimination Chamber has cast a shadow over everything. Whether he returns or not, Sami's legacy is undeniable. Wrestling fans are holding their breath, praying for a full recovery. But one thing is certain: Sami Zayn has given everything for the fans. Now, it's time for us to give him all the love and support we can. What do you think, fam? Will Sami Zayn fight back and reclaim his place in WWE? Or is this the end of an era? Drop your thoughts below and let us know how you feel about this heartbreaking situation.